I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. For the third time, a jury will decide whether a convicted killer in Palm Coast should get the death penalty. David Snellgrove was found guilty of beating and killing his elderly neighbors in a home invasion in the city's B section 2 decades ago. Snellgrove stabbed 84-year-old Glenn Fowler and his wife, 79-year-old Vivian Fowler, 38 times during a robbery he committed to support his cocaine habit. His previous 2 death sentences were overturned. Now any decision for the death penalty must be unanimous among jurors. If he's spared the death penalty, he'll get life in prison. Snellgrove has been behind bars since 2002. Volunteers and researchers are keeping an eye out for an annual migration into our area. John R. King has the story.
The Right Whale Project at Marineland is underway in search of right whale mothers as they make their way down to Florida for the season. Taryn McGinnis is Manager of Education and Community Development and says that from January through March, right whales come down from the east coast of Canada. By the time they get to the Florida-Georgia border is when the mothers give birth.
Unlike the humpbacks, they're not trying to get anywhere. They're just hanging out here in relatively warm water because when the calves are born, they don't have the same thick blubber layer that the adults have. So they are not born ready to tolerate the extreme cold off the coast of Canada. So knowing that, the pregnant females come down here. So when they give birth, the babies are nursing on very, very rich milk, so they can very quickly put on a blubber layer. We think that the females are either fasting completely or they may be eating some, but certainly not a lot down here because their primary food source isn't found down here.
Once they're done giving birth and nursing, the whales will return north in March. The first whale of the season was spotted off the coast of Jacksonville in late November. Since then, at least 4 other right whale mothers have been spotted near South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John R. King.
What is the culture like in Bunnell?
City Manager Alvin Jackson says they're transforming the culture.
We're creating a value-centric culture. We're holding folks accountable. We've established a set of values that we're going to operate. We're going to operate by those values.
Jackson said that the city has instituted a new performance-based evaluation process. He said that there could be some casualties along the way since not everybody subscribes to the values. Jackson said that the city employees in Bunnell should be creative, innovative, and have fun. To listen to the interview, download the Flagler radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday pod. Tomorrow, what does Bunnell's city manager Alvin Jackson think of working with his colleagues? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The Mayor's 90-90 Challenge is underway. Tony Magoo has the details.
The Palm Coast Mayor's Challenge is going on now through April 4th. The challenge is to move at least a mile a day for 3 months, and you can choose your own form of exercise. With us on the line is Palm Coast Mayor Melissa Holland.
Anyone that wants to participate in the 90-90 Challenge can go on our website under Palm Coast Connect, sign up and register under Palm Coast Connect, and you can start tracking and logging your miles.
Mayor, how do folks get more information?
You can go onto our website, www.palmcoast.gov, or download the Palm Coast Connect app.
There's also a phone number, 986-2323. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.